Antonio-Barrera and Kennedy McKinney put on a show for the ages, with Barrera turning in a star-making performance, punctuated by his last round stoppage.
Emblazoned on his Croft early on. Well, when he was moving down 4 pounds, he might be.
Very patient start. He is known as the kid there.
His fast combination. But no doubt he's worked out his own strategy. He's made something of a
very quiet start from Croft. He's having a long look at Barrera.
So fast with the counter. Barrera. Good look on the face of Croft.
When you saw him, he just
punches in very, very punch into it. Very, very. You would think to make Barrera think about it a bit. And there's a good right hand as well.
The left hook and the right hand look very sharp indeed. Well, he didn't throw a lot, but they were quality punches.
Oh, tremendous row on the second punch. And Croft blinked as that rammed home. He seems to throw every punch, Barrera, with vision
and so sharp.
The feeling was that in his last defense against Agate so far, so he may feel he has a point. Croft is hoping he might be thinking differently, but the start is a bit ominous, I must say, for the challenger here. Barrera looks in total command.
Because Croft really has to start doing something. Barrera has just been allowed to do exactly as he pleases.
Left hook to the body. Croft, does he have enough? And he certainly doesn't have enough power. Yeah, that's the way it looks anyway.
Difficult fight for Croft, but I mean, you can see the very
stepped in and mildly surprised as it landed. Already marked up around the face. He looks a little bit swollen, or the start anyway of swellings. And another left, so Croft here away from this.
Barrera has heavy hands.
Right looked a hurtful shot from Barrera. Was that just a brief flurry from Croft? Always caught again as Barrera just steps it up again towards the end. Second round.
38 fights on his belt.
Croft trying. Eddie Croft, who calls himself prime home in Britain. Local time here is 7:25 in the evening.
He realizes if he makes a slight move out of place, these fast counters from Barrera are going to come whipping in.
Picking him off with the creating different angles and different problems. Croft at last able to pin him on the ribs, but every time Barrera is caught by one, it's almost as if he just steps it up again for a few seconds to make sure.
When Croft comes forward,
he's got a lot this week about the possible Hamed, and he was saying, well, I can't move up to featherweight. Well, at the moment, super bantamweight's as high as he could go, 8 stone 10.
Out of that corner, just turning Croft into the corner.
Very methodical too about Barrera. He seems so pensive, thoughtful, intelligent. He looks like a thinking fighter all the time in there.
Yes, he certainly does look a very intelligent.
I read something crazy about Barrera the other problem in the ring, you wouldn't think. Champion in the white trunks, just from San Mateo, California.
Awful about everything he does, just openings all the time.
Never changes from.
Get the feel he's waiting for Croft to make a mistake. He's waiting for Croft to almost like a coiled spring.
Accurate. Very hard to slip any of these punches. When he fought Tom Johnson for the IBF featherweight measure of the man.
Fighters. He's just trying to put a little bit of pressure on Barrera, which I think he's got to do. He can't allow Barrera to fight at his pace throughout this fight.
Now he's testing to see what Barrera has on the inside, which might be interesting. Trying to butt the face. The fight is out there as speed and precision. Will always have him in the box seat. There on the ropes, this is maybe the better ploy for Croft.
Yes, I think that's what he's got. A decent right hand.
The brave effort from Croft, who's already taken some hefty looking. At least
Crafty. He picks his shots very well. And, you know, look at our...
Olivio Super Bantamweight Championship has gone about his work really about it. There'll be a real contrast in characters if he ever fought Naseem Hamed, that's for certain.
This is very careful, very patient. He just waits. He's quick to come back with his punches.
Our scorecard showing Barrera right in command of things so far. Croft doing better here, though, at closer range, trying to put the pressure on and pin Barrera against the ropes. He's
prepared to attack more and more.
It's a good right hand on the counter for Croft. Oh, and look at this. He suddenly moves into a much, much higher gear. Well, how about this from this Mexican? Croft had put him under pressure, and suddenly he'd had enough of that. And what is that?
Tremendous attack there. Every punch that he threw.
Looking beginning to just puff up, hardly surprising. Goodness me, that
legs of Croft a little bit. He'd hurt his man, and then he really piled on the pressure.
Come after Croft had made start his best little period in a round, putting Barrera under some pressure on the ropes. Just looked a bit unsteady on his feet for a moment.
The legs just dipped very slightly.
Round 5. He's not the man you...
Certainly, when the eyes are swelling now of Croft, and he's looking very red and round the face.
Systematic, this work from Barrera. Bit by bit, he just turned it on for 30 seconds.
He realised that, you know, Croft maybe wasn't as hurt as he thought he was. He let him have a good deal of punches here. And then when he realised Croft was taking them well, he had the presence of mind just to step out.
Better than first defense in 2 rounds, Mauricio. The terrific display of body by Agapito Sanchez, as I've mentioned.
Croft is
great resilience already, because the number of punches that Barrera has...
Again, Barrera, another nice little move there, just stepped off slightly to the right and landed with the...
He's not impossible to hit, though, is he, Barrera? He's there to be hit.
Yes, Croft has got through from time to time, and basically Croft has not thrown a great deal.
2 seconds ago, Barrera, he wasted
a half-decent right hand.
From this Mexican. Quite grotesquely blown up now in the face. Starting to look increasingly unsteady to me.
You see the good counters again from Barrera, and he's getting through with more and more punches now.
He can't take too much more of this, I would suggest. Here's another wicked rally from Barrera. He steps up the pace again. Real bravery this is from Eddie Croft. But it's getting to the stage where more of this he can possibly absorb, as we thought is a very, very high-class performer.
Mixing his punches up so well.
He looks very discouraged as well. He might do, Croft. The referee having a very close look, and I think had the bell not really does looking quite a bad way there facially, Croft. Barrera for another 3 minutes. I think Barrera now is thinking that he could somehow find, he said, he looks
from Croft.
Right hand, knocked him back against the ropes as well. And here comes another assault. Croft under the heaviest possible fire in there. And how much more does this referee want to see of this? He's just opportunities and not wasting very much. Another heavy right hand to the head. He's back against the ropes again, and this time the referee at last steps in, and not, I would suggest, before time. Naseem Hamed, if he ever does.
An unbelievable fight. I think that the good thing that Hamed has is Hamed can punch, and Croft just didn't really have the punch to keep Barrera back.
Absolutely. I mean, different level fighter again from Eddie Croft to Prince Naseem Hamed, and of course much, much more elusive.
7 KO.